Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Casteel High School, Class of 2020. Please stand for the national anthem, which will be performed by our Casteel senior, Maggie Green.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. At the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, who say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please welcome Hannah Hudson, Student Body President of Casteel High School.
Welcome family, friends, faculty, and my fellow graduates to the Class of 2020's graduation, a year where change is our only constant. I am Hannah Hudson, your Student Body President, and I am honored to have the opportunity to speak tonight. As I address my fellow graduates, I can feel the buzz of excitement, not only to graduate, but to finally be able to close out this chapter of our lives properly, a final chance to say goodbye. I want to congratulate each and every one of you. We made it. When people look back on their senior year and their graduation, I assume they also do not remember a global pandemic. I will admit, when I began to write this speech and to commemorate our class, we were still walking through the halls and sitting in the desks of Casteel High School. I had figured I would use a 2020 vision pun. However, as unfunny as that may have been, I do not think any of us had the foresight to know what the class of 2020 would actually see. Times have vastly changed. We lost a portion of our high school experience. However, we are a generation built for change. Not only were we raised in a post-9/11 world, but also a world with dramatic advancement in technology, a world invested in social media, a world where we went into high school watching the last presidential election to being able to vote in the next one right as high school has come to an end. Many of us even started our experience at Casteel in the middle of our junior high years. And I think I speak for most of us when I say that was an exciting yet nerve-wracking decision, our decision to take a chance on a brand new school. We live in a world where change is our only constant, and this has bonded us as young adults. As we go our many different ways in the late summer, I know many of us will change our paths. Many of us will continue our education, join the military, jump right into the workforce, or even start a family. However, I know we will all be tied by our shared experiences at Casteel High School, the countless memories over the years, from our freshman year firsts, our first dance, our first pep assembly, to our first time hearing the fight song, to sophomore year seconds, learning to drive, entering the minimum wage workforce, to witnessing the 3A football championship game, to junior year, our first clash wars, prom, taking the ACT and SAT, to now, our senior year, our last homecoming, our last assembly, our last games, our final performances, our final events, some of which have been unfortunately canceled this past spring. And finally now, our graduation. Each and every one of you means so much to me. As a collective, we make up the Casteel cult family. I cherish the memories we have made together. I'm so proud to know you all and to have experienced these constant changes with this Casteel cult family. Thank you, and congratulations, Class of 2020.
Thank you, Hannah. Graduation is an opportunity for a school community to come together and celebrate a tremendous educational milestone. It is the culmination of a story that takes 13 years to tell, one filled with knowledge, diligence, and friendship. It is essential to remember that while this celebration may feel personal, it is the opportunity for your entire family to reflect upon the person that you have become and the many people that have guided you along the way. As we celebrate the closing of one chapter of your life, we should be mindful that we are also celebrating the beginning of an exciting new one. Tonight is a celebration of your individual academic accomplishments, and more importantly, as the class of 2020 as a whole. We will look back at the path that you have taken to get you where you are today, and then we will look forward to where your journey will take you next. At this time, please enjoy a message from Superintendent of the Chandler Unified School District, Dr. Casteel, and Barb Mosden, President of the Governing Board.
Hello, I'm Casteel, Superintendent of Chandler Unified Schools. On behalf of the entire community, I want to extend to you, the class of 2020, a heartfelt congratulations. Your high school graduation is happening during an unprecedented time in our history. The last weeks of your senior year were disrupted by the COVID-19 outbreak. Schools were closed, athletic events, celebrations, and end-of-year activities canceled. I share your disappointment. Frankly, observing seniors in their final year is a highlight. You have grown so much, and it's evident in all you do. I want to take this opportunity to remind you that nothing can take away the meaning of your Chandler Unified School District diploma. You've met high standards and completed all the requirements. You are now ready for the world of work or academia. In addition, I want to commend the 2020 graduating class on how you handled this significant disruption. You quickly adapted to a new learning environment and completed your studies. You graciously sacrificed your plans and desires for the greater good. Many of you turned your focus outward to serve family and community members in need. You have brought great pride to the entire district. I want to remind you also that the commencement doesn't represent a stopping point, but by definition, a beginning or start. We wish the graduating class of 2020 a happy, healthy life as you pursue your dreams.
Hello, I'm Barb Mosden, President of the Chandler Unified School District Governing Board. On behalf of the board, I would like to congratulate the 2020 graduating class of Casteel High School. A virtual graduation is not what any of us envisioned as recently as 3 months ago, but your accomplishments are not diminished in any way by the lack of a traditional commencement exercise. Life is a journey, and I hope you will learn from these challenges associated with the difficult times of 2020. Now we want to celebrate the milestone of graduation. Commencement is a big deal, not only for you, but for your parents and families as well. You've worked hard to get to this point, and it is truly celebration-worthy. Today is the time to reflect on the good times and the challenges you've overcome to get to this point. On behalf of the Governing Board, congratulations to the class of 2020. We wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Casteel and Ms. Mosden. The great 80s philosopher Neil Fenn of Crowded House once said, "Don't dream it's over. When the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know that they won't win." 2020 has been like a dream. It has been filled with highs and lows, and then it came in to build a wall between us. While your senior year might not have been the one that you were initially dreamed that it would be, I hope it has reinforced the importance of holding on to a dream before it is over. Celebrating where you are now and appreciating those who you hold close. If 2020 has taught us anything, it has taught us that every moment is precious. Many of you did not realize that you were playing in your last game, performing your last song, or attending your last class as a Casteel Colt. 2020 is also the measurement for having perfect vision. It has given us perfect hindsight. What would we have done differently if we knew that those moments were our last? Hopefully, 2020 has instilled in you a passion for living for the moment and never dreaming it's over, because the future is filled with similar uncertainty. To the class of 2020, I know that many of you have felt like you've lived in the shadow of the first graduating class while they achieved many of Casteel's first. And now, when it's finally your time to shine and stand in the spotlight, graduation has been eclipsed by forces outside of your control. But please know this, you have exceeded our expectations. You have generated positivity that exudes the confidence that defines Casteel. You are exceptional. And while you may not be standing in the spotlight on a stage, the brilliance of your individual lights has shone brightly. The entire Casteel staff believes in you, and we look forward to watching your sparks fly as you enter the world. 2020 has silenced many of the events that we cherish. COVID-19 silenced the voices in our stands, the performances in our auditoriums, and the creativity in our classrooms. At the same time, we have witnessed the Colt community come together like never before. Teachers and staff developed online plans to keep students learning. Coaches sent workouts and words of support to their athletes. And through the power of social media, we watched our Colt community celebrate COVID birthdays with car parades and adopt our seniors to honor their achievements. In addition, many of our students held positions in the front lines, working at grocery stores, takeout restaurants, and other essential worker positions. The past 4 years, as well as the 4 years at Casteel that preceded them, the class of 2020 has lived up to the ideals that Sandy Lundberg instilled at the inception of Casteel High School, most notably that of striving to be uncommon. The voices of our Casteel Colts reflect those ideals, and they are both powerful and inspirational. Our staff endeavored to select 2 students among the seniors nominated by their peers to be the student voice at our graduation. We are blessed with talented orators at Casteel, which made our staff's task even more daunting. To honor the class of 2020, I'd like to end my traditional principal's address by calling on the voices from those talented orators and authors that we normally wouldn't have the opportunity to hear. Since the term normal has been redefined several times this year, I would like to say thank you to Tom Cole, Sophia Cotronio, Brenna Sifley, Mackenzie Whitman, Mason Ross, Morgan Minnis, and James Houston for allowing me to blend their words and their stories as we reflect upon a year that has been, for better or worse, uncommon. I don't think I'm alone in saying that I was excited after a long spring break. I wasn't excited when I found out spring break had no end. You are the students of the graduating are in the face of uncertainty. Even in this uncertainty, we didn't give up. We persevered. We learned from our hardships. We stitched up our hearts stronger than ever. And before we knew it, those chains that once bound us became the armor that empowered us, armor that was essential for conquering the chaotic dragon that was our senior year. The journey through high school changes who you are. Reflecting on that change reminds me how far we've come. I remember who I was then, and I see who I am now, 2 completely different people. I can see the importance of knowing your self-worth, and I understand that self-worth comes from being proud of who you are. I've had the surreal opportunity to reflect on who we've become, where we've been, and how we've gotten there. In those moments are times of absolute joy and laughter, excruciating pain and sorrow, and exhilarating excitement and anticipation. But ultimately, the descriptor that I would choose when I look at each of you is uncanny growth. If I have learned anything along this journey, it's that life is unpredictable and that we can endure any obstacle that we face because of the examples that you have set forth. We can make plans days, weeks, months, even years in advance, and not know exactly what happened in between. Such unpredictability makes life worth living, and it includes the good and the bad. The most important lesson I'm taking away is the importance of never giving up. When there was only 1 minute and 30 seconds left and we were losing our semifinal girls soccer game, we thought our season was over. But when we scored and went into overtime, it was a true example of never giving up. As we came off the field celebrating, someone told me, "That's why you never give up." If I had given up, I wouldn't have had the memory of watching my friends jump over the fence, come running onto the field as we won the state championship later that week. The celebration was priceless, and the lesson was never give up. To the class of 2020, We entered the world during these terrible times of the 9/11 tragedy, and we are graduating in the face of a global pandemic. Let that speak to the nature of our generation. We are one, united, strong, and determined. Attitude is everything. One of the greatest examples was Principal Sandy Lundberg. As I think about her journey battling cancer, the words grace and humility scream to the forefront. She was constantly concerned with serving others and making others feel important. This remarkable woman actively chose each and every day to have a positive attitude. Her infectious spirit will always be remembered and will be living proof that attitude is simply everything. Rest assured, difficult things will happen to us, but we get to choose how we respond. Our time at Casteel is not erased simply because the school doors were shut. High school has shaped us who we are today, the strong and resilient individuals I see armored in cap and gown. Our journey through high school has come to an end, but even more challenges await. I, for one, envision all of you remaining victorious as you continue towards the next phase of your journey. I challenge all of you to step outside your comfort zone as you enter the next part of your story. I am proud to call myself a Colt, and I will always be grateful for all that the Casteel staff has given me. I'd like to say thank you to my Colt family for being part of my story. Always remember to live by the 3 C's: courage, character, and commitment. And remember, it's free to be kind. Go Colts. And now, please welcome to the stage Kendal Carlson, who has been selected to give this year's legacy speech.
As Camille Casteel High School class of 2020, we are unique. Our high school career began with the unwavering motivation from Miss Sandy Lundberg to separate ourselves from the pack. Our school grew up with the students, building a rock-solid foundation to lead every day with courage, character, and commitment, and a strong belief that each student was made to succeed and built to be uncommon. As I reflect upon the class of 2020, I see nothing but success. We have star-studded athletes, talented performers, brilliant minds, and an immense amount of potential that is now destined to leave their mark on the world. This development is thanks to administration for giving us opportunities and looking out for our well-being, our educators for helping us find our own paths to follow, our faculty for making this campus our welcoming home, and finally, to our families for being our role models as we learn to make decisions on our own. Textbooks taught us facts, but high school is worth more than grades and a diploma at the end. The journey taught us the importance of people. We learned social awareness through passing periods, the kindness of holding the door for a fellow student, and the happiness brought from smiles and laughs down the hallway before your next class. We learned how to speak up, being confident and sharing what we truly believe. We learned about our differences and the need to celebrate them as it pulled us all closer together. We learned how to build a friendship as we sat in class next to a stranger and a week later were laughing with a new friend. We learned to be a team player as we communicated and worked together for a common goal. We learned how to be true friends, consistently making each other's day brighter. This experience taught us to be individually together. We are now able to assess a situation and make a decision for ourselves, but not without recognizing the ramifications for others. We know how to set our goals high, landing within the stars, and to motivate others to do the same, never holding anyone back. Each of us are eminently capable of shaping our own world with boundless goals while maintaining awareness and caring for the people close to us. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Kendal. It is now my pleasure to introduce Aquasi Murphy, who has been selected to give the future speech for the class of 2020.
In life, we often go through a series of unfortunate events and circumstances that either forge our character or break us. The lessons we learn along the way are what make us unique and what we become, or make us bitter and cynical about the challenges that life has to provide. The main lesson that I have learned in my life is how to persevere through challenges. Some of you may or may not know that I was adopted from Ghana, Africa. I had many challenges, from not having food and water to waking up every day on a dirt floor, wondering if I would survive. As I think back on that time, perseverance is the one word that describes my life in Ghana. I persevered to find food. I persevered to find water. I persevered to find safety. I persevered to find an American mom to bring me home. I persevered to learn English. Coming to America not only gave me the opportunity of having a family, but it also gave me the opportunity of education. Like Oprah Winfrey said, education is the key to unlocking the world, a passport to freedom. Well, I have my passport from Africa, which unlocked my world to education. I have my passport from America, which is still unlocking doors. We all have our passports, which is our book that allows us to fulfill our destiny and the opportunities that are out there waiting for us. These last 4 years, you and I have had to persevere. We have had challenges like knowing when we were going to fail that calculus test that we ignored till the night before the test, or when we had our first girlfriend, our second girlfriend, our third girlfriend, and realizing that you were the problem. But we did have to persevere through all that heartbreak. During these last 4 years, Casteel High School has taught us about equity, accepting each other for our differences, and living by the 3 C's: courage, character, and commitment, and always remembering that it's free to be kind. Although these values were taught to us these last 4 years, they are values that are going to carry us into our next journey. I learned that life is not supposed to be easy. It was not designed to be easy. Your struggles don't define you, but will make you stronger and set you up for success in the end. It is okay to struggle. It is okay to not know who you are or where you're headed in life. It is okay to fail. The important thing to take from these obstacles is to persevere, to not get caught up in the paralysis of failure. We were born to live fulfillingly, not to impress people or compete with others. As the great Rocky Balboa once said, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you down to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Thank you, class of 2020. Congratulations.
Thank you, Akwasi. It is now my great honor and pleasure to begin the presentation of the Casteel High School Class of 2020. Please welcome our readers, Counselor Jennifer Johnson, and World Language faculty member, Jackson Engelbrecht.
Benjamin Ted Abercrombie, summa cum laude.
Ashley Nicole Acosta.
Kalia Dallas Alderetti.
Brady Curtis Alexander, cum laude.
Jared Peter Anderson, cum laude.
Parker Stephen Anderson.
Skylar Danielle Anderson Norwood.
Samantha Elizabeth Anger, magna cum laude.
McKenna Nicole Archer.
Vanessa Elizabeth Arcuri, cum laude.
Sarah Nicole Auger.
Estefania Avila, cum laude.
Justin Adam Babcock, magna cum laude.
Tyler Joseph Baca, magna cum laude.
Joshua Robert Barber.
Dana Jocelyn Barnes.
Megan Elizabeth Barrientes.
Mariah Ruth Beardsley, cum laude.
Emily Bryn Bentley, summa cum laude.
Hannah Kathleen Benzone.
Richard Lyle Betts.
Sophia Grace Billingsley, cum laude.
Lauren Grace Billier.
Benjamin Ryder Blancas, cum laude.
Maria Ariel Borgen, summa cum laude.
Cohen David Bostwick.
Avery Sterling Bott, summa cum laude.
Taylor Ann Boltinghouse, cum laude.
Madison Victoria Bowles, summa cum laude.
Lael Micah Bowser.
Hayden Alexander Brenner.
Brianne Elizabeth Bridgman.
Cassidy Evangeline Bridges.
Melody Kate Bridges.
Jules Malia Bracci, cum laude.
Olivia Riley Brunig.
Leah Rose Burden.
Caitlin Sarah Burgess, cum laude.
Grady Britt Burns.
CJ Sebastian Burrell.
Joel Reed Caldwell, summa cum laude.
Jake Leonard Calimpong.
Ethan Scott Cameron.
Amber Ann Candelaria.
Cassidy Michelle Can, cum laude.
Peyton Kentrell.
Nicholas James Capriati, cum laude.
Adrian Caraveo.
Dalton David Card.
Kendal Jean Carlson, summa cum laude.
Jackson Carrasco.
Thomas Andrew Carrillo.
Mariah Jade Carroll, cum laude.
Dylan Cody Carter.
Ethan Charles Carter.
Thomas Jacob Casto.
Parker David Cedarstrom.
Tiziana Marie Chapin.
Riley Cora Chasen.
Jacob Dakota Chow, cum laude.
Anya Elizabeth Christensen, cum laude.
Caleb Ethan Christensen.
Katie Elizabeth Christie.
Macy Christine Clausen, magna cum laude.
Connor Benjamin Colby.
Thomas Andrew Cole, cum laude.
Jaden Makayo Coles, summa cum laude.
Sophia Bella Contreras.
Sedelia Alexis Coral.
Michael Robert Cosgrove.
Sophia Marie Cotronio.
Elizabeth Rose Cruz.
Garner Reed Cullimore.
Ian Matthew Curtin, cum laude.
Kaya Ann Curtin, magna cum laude.
Riley John Cushing, cum laude.
Jack Henry Darwin, cum laude.
Isaac James Davis, cum laude.
Riley Ward Davis, magna cum laude.
Jonathan Michael Day.
Derek Riker DeBest.
Alexia G. DeCosio, cum laude.
Katia G. DeCosio, cum laude.
Ainsley Jonas Madison Denninger.
Sadie Marie Deshawn, magna cum laude.
Elise Grace Despain, cum laude.
Michaela Noel Donart, cum laude.
Alexis Drew Doan, magna cum laude.
Allison Taylor Dora, cum laude.
Benjamin Carter Downard.
Camden Daria Downs, cum laude.
Michael Brandon Drexler.
Jacob Thomas Drogs, cum laude.
Victoria Marie Dumpke.
Megan Noel Effinger, cum laude.
Austin Cole Ellis.
Brian Omar Escobar Lopez.
Aaron Michael Evangelista.
Carson Daniel Evans, cum laude.
Connor James Evans.
Amber Lynn Facone.
Graham Daniel Farnsworth, summa cum laude.
Demetrius Izarleli Fotangitau.
Emmy Jean Feiniger.
Jessica Ann Felix.
Emerald Jewel Farrell.
Austin Thomas Fiedler.
Paisley Jane Finn.
Zachariah Martin Finn, cum laude.
Lucas Preston Fisher, magna cum laude.
Alexis Ray Flores.
Mercedes Lachey Flores.
Richard Edward Flores.
James Dale Foster III.
Sandy Lynn Foster, cum laude.
Stacy Lynn Foster, cum laude.
David William Faust.
Tyler Lawrence Fox.
Devin Miles Franks.
Nina Pilar Freeman.
Jason Paul French.
Elena Marie Louise Frey, cum laude.
Connor Gregory Frohart.
Titus Bryce Folsom.
Jana Ray Gaccione.
Veronica Juliet Gallegos, cum laude.
Colin Ray Gapin.
Elias James Garcia, magna cum laude.
Dominic Paul Gaisley.
Aspen Kimberly Gepson, magna cum laude.
Riley Elizabeth Gersitz.
Reagan Rebecca Glenn.
Kelsey Rose Goldberg.
Taylor Lee Goldberg, cum laude.
Manuel Gomez Jr.
Ariana Gonzalez Lopez, cum laude.
Margaret Lois Green, cum laude.
Mary Alyssa Griego.
Chase James Grisham.
Jenna Nicole Grogan, cum laude.
Jacob Leonel Guardado.
Andy Jazil Guevara.
Garrett James Hagerton, magna cum laude.
Alexandra Jordan Hall.
Michaela Cheyenne Hammer.
Avery Bell Harris.
Brendan Mark Harris.
Connor Darren Hatch, summa cum laude.
Eden Elizabeth Haynes, cum laude.
Emily Claire Henry.
Marley Ann Herrera.
Caden Duff Heil, summa cum laude.
Tyler Rob Heinrichs.
Ethan Scott Hoden.
Charlie Motohiro Hoffman.
Anthony Jaden Holging.
JC Lynn Holmes, cum laude.
Sarah Elizabeth Horn, magna cum laude.
Donzel Howard.
Chance James Howell.
Hannah Rose Hudson, cum laude.
Haley Humphreys, cum laude.
Cortland Janae Hunt.
James Benedict Houston, magna cum laude.
Kylie Celeste Ibach, summa cum laude.
Amiosi Tyler Egbenovia.
Jake William Irwin.
Caleb Eric Johnson.
Kimball Robert Johnson.
Amber Catherine Jones, cum laude.
Brenton Kelly Jones, summa cum laude.
Jacob Robert Jones.
Kennedy Elise Jones, summa cum laude.
Lauren Lachey Jones.
Riley Marie Jones.
Tyler Stephen Justice.
Adeline Ellery Carr.
Jackson Paul Kendal.
Jacob Wright Kennison.
Jeremy David Castenis.
Caleb Joseph Kettering.
Camilla Juliana King, cum laude.
Reagan Virginia King.
Talon Jean Knowles, magna cum laude.
Joshua Stephen Kowalski, cum laude.
Sydney Elizabeth Kowalski, cum laude.
Kimberly Joy Krasnow.
Thomas Gerard Lakich.
Grace Genevieve Lamb, cum laude.
Gavin Dane LaRoche.
Kyle Christopher Larson.
Caleb Rongyi Lau, magna cum laude.
Ashley Marie Lavandera, cum laude.
Quincy Marie Lee, magna cum laude.
Jaden Andre Lemos.
Lily Marin Lentz.
Jawan Nathaniel Lewis, summa cum laude.
Sophia Ann Lishner.
John Ryan Littleton, cum laude.
Maya Elizabeth Lissaraga.
Logan Todd Lober, cum laude.
Michael Anthony Long.
Mackenzie Lynn Rose Lopez, cum laude.
Zoe Louise Laugie.
Madison Janae Love.
Ethan McKee Ludwig, cum laude.
Cameron James Ludwig.
Gabriel John Mann, magna cum laude.
Alexander Maldonado Pelot.
Evan Samuel Manis.
Nathan Michael Mann, cum laude.
Brooke Catherine Mans, magna cum laude.
Marissa Sunita Mansing.
Miranda Anisha Mansing.
Zachary Daniel Mariani, cum laude.
Mia Linda Marines.
Gage Dylan Marr.
Ilse Paola Martinez Frias.
Donovan Lee McBride, cum laude.
Jackson Scott McBride.
Savannah Michelle McCarn, cum laude.
Logan Grant McIntyre.
Taylor Michelle Darlene McKinney.
Tyson Tyndall McAmber, summa cum laude.
Andrew Ronnie Medina.
Kaylee Lene Medlin.
Sarah Elizabeth Meyer, cum laude.
Hadley Meredith Miras.
Riley David Millar.
Andrew Philip Miller.
Canyon Joseph Mark Miller.
Grant Andrew Miller.
Haley Ann Miller.
Morgan Samantha Minnis, summa cum laude.
Jessica Lee Mirador.
Landon James Mirasol.
Noah Todd Mitchell.
Tristan Anthony Mitchell.
Ivan Lee Moylanen, magna cum laude.
Joe Jean Money.
David Matthew Moody.
Ashlyn Elizabeth Moore.
Tyler Bradley Moore, magna cum laude.
Zeke Dallin Morris.
Marissa Rose Morrow.
Aquasi Sisala Murphy, cum laude.
Jessica Chase Music, summa cum laude.
Carter Allen Myers.
Cole Ryan Nas, cum laude.
Alexis Kate Ingio, summa cum laude.
Emily Nguyen.
Shai Van Nguyen, cum laude.
Audrey Shea Nichols.
Destiny Elizabeth Nick.
Cole Anthony Nielsen.
Laura Christine Niemeyer, summa cum laude.
Sadie Thelma Nota.
Samantha Renee Obachina.
Sean Michael Elke.
Hannah Camilla Ohm.
Alfredo Napoleon Oliver, cum laude.
Cash Michael Openshaw.
Brenna Lynn Orchikowski.
Jaden Don Wemett.
Haley Janae Owens, cum laude.
Madeline Keeley Pace, magna cum laude.
Kaylee Lane Patton.
Marius Lucas Pavel.
Danielle Jinju Perlman, summa cum laude.
Spencer Talon Perry.
Aiden Mackenzie Peterson.
Carson Isaac File.
Gabriel Edmund Pino.
Tyrese Patrick Porty.
Brianna Ray Potter.
Madison Louise Powell, cum laude.
Chase Michael Pratt, cum laude.
Carson H. Provence.
Kyler Pete Quimps, magna cum laude.
Alejandro Joaquin Ramos.
Connor Ray Randall.
Taylor Savannah Ray, summa cum laude.
Hayden Joshua Register.
Kevin Wyatt Reedhead.
Emery Bell Richardson, cum laude.
Maxwell John Rickstag.
Zachary Ryan Reidenauer.
Jacob Rodriguez.
Tanner Austin Roth.
Jack William Dale Romano, cum laude.
Gabriela Rosales.
Gatlin Dale Ross.
Mason Alexander Ross, cum laude.
Morgan Renee Rotert.
Garrett Ted Riddell.
Kaylin Emil Russell.
Madeline Alexis Sakdalan.
Jennifer Sines Rascone.
Sasha Sequoia Sagany.
Addison Ray Saylor, magna cum laude.
Isaac Salinas.
Pedro Osorio Sampaio.
Jeffrey Daniel Sanchez, cum laude.
Avery Boyd Sanders.
Braden Boyd Sanders.
Tatum Ann Sanders.
Faith Elizabeth San Marco.
Lauren Elizabeth Sauter.
JC Ann Sawyer.
Sydney Ella Schmid, summa cum laude.
Zachary Brian Shoemaker, cum laude.
Kaylee Marie Scobie.
Allison Danielle Scott, summa cum laude.
Maya Catherine Scott, cum laude.
Samuel Caleb Scott, cum laude.
Savannah Shepard, cum laude.
Joseph Mitchell Sherwood, cum laude.
Brenna Ruth Christine Shifley, magna cum laude.
Madeline Jane Shockey, cum laude.
Shaylee Lorraine Shoemate.
Aram Simonov, summa cum laude.
Malachi Jacob Siqueiros.
Elena Marie Smith.
Hannah Noel Smith, cum laude.
Haley Elise Smith.
Ireland Kelly Snep.
Chandler Peyton Sinesco, cum laude.
Kendal Patricia South.
Ethan William Spencer.
Michael Rocco Spilotro, cum laude.
Hunter Barry Stanley.
Taylor Rose Starkey.
Braden Christopher Stegman.
Holly Marie Steinauer, magna cum laude.
Taylor Lynn Steinauer, summa cum laude.
Brian Wesley Stewart.
Brianna Andresa Stewart.
Noah Hannigan Stratton.
Samantha Marie Suarez, cum laude.
Ryan Patrick Sullivan.
Kylie Rianne Swan, summa cum laude.
Tyler Joseph Swenke, cum laude.
Lauren Jennifer Tanquery.
Kaylee Elizabeth Toronto, cum laude.
Peyton Michael Tauscher, cum laude.
Taylor Len Teep, cum laude.
Carly Ann Thomas, magna cum laude.
Michaela Ray Thomas.
Taylor Renee Thomas, magna cum laude.
Bridget Kirsten Thompson, cum laude.
Luke Robert Thompson, magna cum laude.
Riley Sue Thompson, cum laude.
Michaela Bridget Tismere.
Joshua David Tolbert.
Cameron Reza Hubert Torres.
Addison Marie Totman.
Mason Philip Tyler.
Brianna Sarah Ulfers.
Tristan Usarrega.
Katrina Elizabeth Valenzuela.
Amethy Toy Valone.
Juliana Gabriela Villaseñor.
Ian Joseph Vincent.
Phoenix Michael Boyson, cum laude.
Isaac Nathaniel Waddell.
Catherine Elizabeth Wagner.
Jameson Glenn Wakefield.
Ryan Craig Walter.
Skylar Paige Warren, cum laude.
Colette Nadine Waslewski, cum laude.
Jaden Shea Webb.
Ellie Marie Weir, magna cum laude.
Brooks Todd Westover.
Annika Marie Westrup, cum laude.
Mackenzie Marie Whitman, summa cum laude.
Haley May Wild.
Alexis Marie Williams.
Hiram Jacob Williams, summa cum laude.
Rayshawn Williams.
Catherine Grace Wilson, cum laude.
Kylie Renee Wilson.
Lindsay Ann Wilson.
Noah Robert Wilson, cum laude.
Samuel Cole Wilson.
Caden Daniel Wisniewski.
Sarah Jane Woodhurst, cum laude.
William Calvin Wright.
Emily Grace Wonderall.
Emily Yeager, cum laude.
Abigail Grace Yunker, cum laude.
Christian Fernando Zamora, magna cum laude.
James Austin Zanetti.
Colin Justice Zurich, summa cum laude.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. To close our ceremony, I would like to call on the voice of another author who is far more skilled than I am, Terry Pratchett. He encapsulated the advice that I would like to leave you with as you start down your new path, the one that lays before you, in his book, We Free Men. If you trust in yourself, and you believe in your dreams, and you follow your star, you'll still get beaten by people who spend their time working hard and learning things. The road before you is not a moving sidewalk. You have to put in the work to move along the path that you choose. The speed and the pace at which you establish will define your future. It is important to realize that if you don't like where the path has taken you, you chose it. If you don't like where you are, turn around and choose another path. And finally, it is my pleasure to introduce James Foster, Casteel's senior class president, and the rest of the student speakers back to the stage.
Class of 2020, I address you for the last time as your senior class president. Turning our tassels symbolizes a new chapter in our lives and becoming graduates of Dr. Camille Casteel High School. You may now turn your tassels. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it. Hi.